the opportunity to visit a theater that was undergoing liquidation, and I got to do some rifling through the costumes and take home some gems. I did get to vlog a little bit of that experience, so let's go back in time to the theater.
There's a lot of suits and a lot of suit jackets over here. There's some 60s and 70s stuff over there. There is a stair over there that we can use to reach stuff. Even just looking here, there's a bunch of fabric here. This is where all the hats are, and they're sorted by color too. So there's red, green, a whole room of hats.
That's insane.
And then over here, this is like a crafting room. It has brooches. It has little bits and bobs.
This is so perfect.
I saw this and I knew you would love this.
That's cute.
They've got little...
Oh my gosh, look at all the bags.
Yeah.
Sydney!
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I already stole a thimble because I need one.
That's pretty.
Look! I know. I saw that earlier.
Oh my
And then over here, there's even more.
This is beautiful.
There's bias tape. There's zippers.
Are there props?
There should be somewhere.
Because I saw on the list that there were props. These.
Oh, I know. I know. Fabric galore. Beaded fringe. More fringe. A bunch of fringe.
Oh my gosh. I didn't bring like a bag or box or anything.
I brought a few bags. So nothing's wrong with it, but it is scary. There's also these drawers full of patterns and thread.
When visiting the theater, I was on the hunt for anything that was fantastical or vintage clothing that I just might like to wear for every day. But the main goal was to find fantasy attire. Anything that would suit a pirate or a knight or a jester, things that I could use for the Ren Fair or photo shoots. Maxi skirts, scarves, peasant blouses, those were all things that I was keeping a sharp eye out for. Yeah. Back here. I'm sweaty too. Oh my gosh. I love.
You gotta get more of them. You gotta get one.
Oh my god, it's the Tasmanian devil! I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get down. I'm scared.
I'll help you down.
It's like really cautious.
It's really what?
Really cautious.
Like camp.
Well, like very specific costume.
Gotcha. We spent a good few hours looking through as much as we could before it was late and we were starving. So we grabbed our goodies and said goodbye. So here we are. I have my goodies. I am going to share them with you, some of them that I have selected for today because I am feeling a little whimsical and I really want to take some self-portraits today. So let's take a look and piece together an outfit. I have a couple different ideas of a character that we can portray. My theme today is an 80s dark fantasy. I have my painterly backdrop up, and I'm going to use some speed lights today with colored gels, and I'm going to have a key light to be my spotlight. So we're going to play with lighting a bit today to kind of achieve that look. So I have a couple different things that we can play with, but first let me show you, let's take a look at some of the goodies. So starting with our tops, I did manage to find a few peasant blouses. I found this white one it kind of reminds me of a bard with its frills, and it's a quarter length sleeve. There is elastic, but it's shot, so it's not as poofy as it could be. I haven't had time to mend it, so we have that as an option. For today, I also selected this milkmaid kind of peasant style blouse. Super great for layering, can be used for a more delicate feminine sort of look. And then I have some layering choices as well. For a more knightly sort of inspired look, I have two vests. So I have this velvet vest with these buttons that is kind of reminiscent of a doublet. And then I also have this vest, which is like this quilted suede that also reminds me of a doublet, so we could play with those as layering options. Also, to go with the mermaid piratey look, I have another layering option, which is this knit shawl, and I like how this one reminds me of a fishnet. And then for bottoms today, I've pulled two, one that I've had in my closet and then one from the theater. All right, so here is my outfit. Let's do a little outfit rundown, and then I will take you into my little camera light setup that we have going on. So I decided to go with the little net shawl, the peasant blouse, which I have cropped. I have a little seashell necklace, and then for my bottoms, I have the blue maxi skirt, which I think is very fitting for this kind of mermaid vibe. And then I have the jingly overskirt. This is my little mermaid inspired fantasy look. I will now take you into my little camera setup. So for lights, I am using this key light as my main guy, and here I have my camera with my Promise filter and my star filter, all good and ready to go. Tucked over here, I have my color light with a little magenta filter on. I cannot see myself in the viewfinder, so it makes it a little difficult. Raise this light and angle it so it's more like a direct spotlight, and just we're gonna play with it for a little bit. I like it. I'm trying to, let me show you. So you don't see my little feet, and so I can give off like a mermaid illusion. I'm fanning out my skirt to kind of mimic a tail. It looks quite good on camera. I really like this spotlight angle of lighting. It's very dramatic, it's very moody. In combination with the little pop of this like pinky orange, I put two gels together to get that color. I'm really happy with these. I'm gonna take a few more, and then I think this is done. It's a very simple set. It doesn't need like a lot of images. I'm quite pleased with the photos from this little activity. It wasn't anything super extravagant. I typically like to do a lot more detail work in my fantasy photos, but for it just being me, and for just experimenting with some new articles of costume attire that I have. It was fun, and I got to play with some dramatic lighting, which is always good practice. A nice little mini session for myself, a little check-in. I don't take self-portraits as often as I used to. I used to do a self-portrait session every month, and now they're few and far between, but it's always nice to just check in and keep photos for myself. So with that, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I've been experimenting with my content a little bit, making more videos that are a little bit more low-key while also still incorporating my photography into it. So I hope that you've been enjoying this new style of video. I will get back to making my sit and yap about films and adjacent media soon, but I've been having a lot of fun kind of branching out, and I hope that you've been enjoying all the new videos. I hope that this video could serve as inspiration or a fantastical escape, whether you are doing laundry or eating lunch, whatever it may be. I'm happy you're here. If you are new here and you would like to see more of my face, you can subscribe, leave a like, all that good jazz, and I will see you next time. I hope you have a super lovely day. Bye.